Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a deck called Teshar's Clerics. It is a cleric tribal deck, and as you see, Teshar is not only a bird, which we all know bird is the word, but also cleric is really fun. And I love these kind of like weird tribal decks. You know me, they're really fun. And so I hope you guys enjoy this one because I've actually seen surprising success with this one, though it's definitely not consistent. So I'll say that right from the beginning, but there's some fun and funny things that we can do with this. And so first off, Teshar, what it is, it's a legendary creature. It has flying. It's just a 2/2 for 4 mana, not that great, but it says whenever you cast a historic spell, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we have quite a few creatures in the three and under. We don't have anything for one because we kind of want to get as much value as we can out of it at the same time as being kind of low to the ground and also just using whatever as a cleric because honestly there's not a ton. But we do have our Remorseful Cleric, basically a 2/1 flyer, and we're trying to make it bigger with Metallic Mimics, with Radiant Destinies, Vanquisher Banner. And as we've seen, flyers that get bigger along the way tend to be pretty powerful. And not only that, but it also has the ability to kind of host people's graveyards, you know? So if anyone, we do ever run into a player using a graveyard synergy, we can at least help out a little bit with this card. Serra Disciple, of course, is good. Metallic Mimic. Really, I don't want to go too far into these, but basically we have some decent explorers, first strikers. Mavren Fein is or Mavren Fein is a cleric, you know, and really one of the fun ones that I like is the Rite of Belzenlok comes down and puts down two clerics for us, as well as eventually creates a big demon creature with flying and trample. So that was kind of one thing I was trying to build around. I don't have a ton of these though right now. I could go get some more, but I'm really not sure how good this is compared to everything else either. It's just another historic spell that we can use with Teshar, so I probably should get another one. Let me know, guys, what you guys think, though. Really, with this one, I'm trying to show you some possibilities with some of these just different tribals that you can go with. I definitely don't think this is competitive, but we are going to have a lot of fun playing it, and so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it right now. Here we go. All right, so here we are in Arena Standard, and we are playing the Clerics deck, Teshar's Clerics, and we'll see how this goes. So, as you know, I'm not editing as much on these next few videos until the baby comes. Probably a little bit after that too, because I like getting more than 3 hours of sleep. So I know you guys support me and will bear with me. And if not, you know, come back in a month or two, and I'll definitely get a little bit better off. So opponent's going first, so I think we can keep this. It's kind of an interesting keep, but we have a lot of things that we want. And you guys have already heard my spiel on two lands. I feel like I always draw two lands, and so uh. So interesting. I think that we definitely put Metallic Mimic down first against green as well. Um, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Vanilla Planeswalker. Let's see, is it a Planeswalker deck? The suspense is killing me. Ooh, all right. Ooh, energy. No, probably just elves. That's my guess. If near Deadlands, not too shabby. All right, so Metallic, go. And let's bring down our Cleric. Go for it, sir. Yeah, that's right. We have Clerics. And so actually our first strikers are going to come in handy here, especially if they come in with extra counters. Emissary of Sunrise I think will be fairly powerful if it survives. All right, opponent, what you doing? All right, Gremlin. All right, that's fun. That's fun. Can swing in. It has haste, no blockers. Yep, yep, yep. All right, and so we know we're going to have something that can defend against this already. So let's play Emissary of Sunrise. And let's see, what do we want? Treasure map. Ooh, treasure map gives us historic something. And so that's a way to bring back. We actually have all the mana that we need. So let's go ahead and keep it on the library right now. And say they are tapped down. So let's go ahead and swing in for two. And now we have a 4/3 first striker. Not too shabby at all. And so I'm wondering if the Rite of Belzenlok is actually worth playing next turn over Teshar. Carry Zev is interesting. We could bring it down as Serra Disciple just to make sure they can't be swinging in too much. You know, that's not too shabby either. We'll see what we draw into. Aether Chaser. Getting some more energies. And have a first striker of their own. Alright, they're going to swing in. We do have first strike, sir. So that's totally fine with us. And so we could play Serra Disciple and the treasure map. Let's go ahead and get down... we have quite a few historic spells. Let's go ahead and go for the Rite of Belzenlok. Just because I think that ultimating that is going to be one of our best things possible. But it comes in. They each have counters on it. I'm not amazing, but, you know, that's cool. And so we're going to say no attackers. And just kind of play it out a little bit. Hopefully get to our 6/6 flying trampler. And this is the fun thing about Teshar and everything is that, you know, if we do end up, you know, having to trade a Metallic Mimic, we can get it back fairly easily as well. And it actually is also a historic spell because it's still an artifact. So get back more things. Yeah, I like this. So they are playing energy, pretty much just like energy aggro with Karizevs. I'm hoping this is like a Pummeler deck. I love... Pummeler deck is my favorite deck from this most recent standard. That is and always has been my favorite deck. It's just so good. Thriving Rhino. Getting some energies. Alrighty. Gonna put the counters on right away. Let's see if they go swinging in. Alright, good. They passed the turn. Good call, opponent. Alright, so getting quite a bit of power on the battlefield here. So we're going to go ahead and throw down our Teshar. So next turn we can swing in with 9 damage in the air. So let's... we're not going to speed up that clock by swinging in here at all. So let's just say no attackers. But as is, we actually have the game in 2 turns. Well, in the next 2 turns. So let's hope that that works out for us. Servant of the Conduit. Get some energies. Are they going to put the counters on right away? Alrighty. Opponent's swinging all in. Is not swinging in all in. Alright, perfect. Concealed Courtyard gives us a 6/6 black demon creature with flying trample, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice another creature. If you can't, then you have to. Then you take 6 damage. So that's fine. That's fine. All right. So bring this down. Oh, it doesn't have haste. I did mess up there. So no haste. That's fine too. So we're gonna play Remorseful Cleric. Give us another flyer. Serra Disciple. Give us another flyer. And I think that still gives us lethal for the next turn, especially playing treasure map. We could even, if we get land, we can play a Teshar as well. So let's go to combat. Yep, attack. And swing in. For 3. Alright. This is usually the stuff I'm editing out. Sorry guys if it's going a little slower for you now. Pass the turn. Alrighty. So leave down in the comments below maybe what your favorite deck was from this most recent standard, because I know there's some really fun ones. Alright, so opponent does scoop it up. They see that there's just not really a way back from what they have. We had some decent stuff in hand too. Alright, let's go for another game. Get some monies. Here we go. Ready to rumble. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm on one tonight. Oh my goodness. So crazy things have been happening in my life. First off, there is a baby coming. You guys have all heard that spiel like 60 times now. We do have to mulligan this. Man, one land and it's not bad, but I think it's a bit too slow. Um, but I not only do I have two jobs. I mean, I guess we'll keep this one now. We can just cycle the cast out. Land isn't bad. Keep that on top and play planes past the turn. So first off, I got a job. I actually have like three jobs now as well as doing this because I got another client for I've been doing like social media marketing type business as well. I'm gonna hold on to the cast out here now. But yeah, so Remorseful Cleric and pass the turn. And so next turn we can just go Radiant Destiny into Teshar. Or yeah, play Radiant Destiny, swing in for 3. Soul Scar Mage. Yep. Pass to my turn. And so, alright, Isolated Chapel is perfect. So Radiant Destiny. Bring down for Clerics. Oh, no, no, no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I go to combat. Attack. But yeah, so honestly, my time is taken up quite a bit. And it kind of came down to I could either stop doing this and be able to like I don't know, actually have a life, I guess. But I don't want that. Like I love doing this. It's so much fun. And so opponent's going to swing in. Yep, go to damage, my turn. And so instead of Teshar here, I think what we do is we're actually going to cast out Gutterstipe now. Before they can just like fire in a bunch of stuff, might as well do it now. So yep, cast out, go to combat and attack. And swing in for 3 and pass the turn. So one thing I will ask is if you guys do like my content, you know, and are willing to bear with me for these next 2 months where I'm not going to be able to do as much stuff, I would really appreciate any time you can throw down, let's see, they get the prowess triggers. Ooh, that's some good stuff. All right, so, oh man, do we take action on all of these? It's 3 damage anyway, so we actually are going to take action on that. Take action on that. And then destroying our stuff. I think I have to... We're going to decline on because our Teshar can bring our Remorseful Cleric back. So they can swing in for 2 here. But basically the reason why I think that that's better is because they would be able to do 3 damage plus 2, so that'd be 5 damage. And if they had a Gutter Snipe, it'd be more. And so I think overall, I think that's the best way to go. Yeah, so let's go Teshar. Go to combat and attack for 3. We're just going to try to keep the clock on a little bit here. Pass the turn. Opponent does have this cast down. And so we're just going to go ahead and fizzle their graveyard. They're 1 card. Booyah, opponent. Take that. Ha! But yeah, show your support any way that you can. It really helps me know that this is actually worth my time. I've actually done quite a few different... oh man. I've done some YouTube channels in the past. I think we just have to say no blockers. Man, I don't know what we could do. I mean, I guess we could, if near Deadlands, kill something and then just hope they don't have anything else. Or we can throw down a 3/3 blocker. I mean, okay, let's do that. 3/3 blocker, go. And Remorse. Oh, it's a legendary creature. I actually forgot that was a legendary. Cool. Alright, so that's not bad at all. Alright, so we're going to go to combat and attack in... Man. Every turn that we wait... Yeah, so no attackers. Basically, every turn that we wait, though, is another turn that they can just have a shock in hand. Or a Sovereign's Bite. Yeah, so we had it was over anyway. Yep, resolves. 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 I know I've been saying it the entire game, but please show your support any way we can. It really lets me know that this is actually worth my time. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right, one more game. Here we go. I love this music. Seriously, it's so good. Hopefully you guys can hear it in there too. I've heard a lot of you guys saying that my volume is a little too low, but I also don't have the greatest mic, and so I have a lot of like clicking and like my mouth sounds and stuff. So I try to not have it too loud for that reason. But anyway, yep. All right, so this isn't bad. Planes go, and then we can have treasure map turn two, not too shabby. I'm not sure we'll actually use it right away for a little bit because I actually like our curve, what we have. Maybe for a land, but we could even hold on to it for Teshar's ability. But let's go ahead and throw it down now. Is land go? Oh, Metallic Mimic. Metallic Mimic lets us scry as well. So let's go for it, see if they have a counter. Do they have it? Looks like they do. They Essence Scatter. Well, you know what? In response, Radiant Destiny. I think that we just need more land right now. Yeah, let's go for more land. Unfortunately, we're losing out on the things that make our guys bigger, but against control, I don't know what our best plan is here. Luckily, Teshar brings back a lot of our stuff. So let's see if we can resolve a Teshar. We don't have a historic thing to bring back, but man, let's go for Teshar. Alright, another Essence Scatter. Yep, yep, yep. The best 2-mana removal spell there is. Plays a Swamp. And Optuses. Alright, and drawing all of the lands, so I guess I should be scrying on my upkeep. So I'll put a trigger now this time. But yeah, so Emissary of Sunrise, go. Let's explore, so another land. And we'll just pass the turn. And actually, I want to scry on their turn as well here, so let's see, let's see. Bishop of Binding can be pretty good against any of their big finishers, so I'm going to hold on to it. I mean, if they have any removal, which they should have lots, it's not going to be very great, but it might save us a turn or so. Ooh, Grixis control. Alrighty. Air Elemental. Alright. Comes down. Let's go ahead and scry now. Might as well. Yep, to the bottom. Don't need any more than the mana we have now, so go to my turn. Stop on our upkeep. Let's go ahead and use this for the treasure map, and another Teshar is not bad, so we'll keep it on top. That is what we're trying to do, so we draw, go to main phase, play Plains, and Bishop of Binding we could play right now. We could play Teshar and the Bishop of Binding, just to clear up their board a bit. But I actually want to save those for card draw, so we're just going to pass the turn. And I think having Teshar is going to ultimately help us out because I'm guessing more stuff is going to be filling the graveyard soon. Yeah, Is this like Mirari Conjecture slash? I don't know what this is. This is an interesting finisher for them to be using. I'm guessing like a budget control. Okay, Ravenous Tubes comes down, kills our Teshar. Yep, that's a whole lot of not good. Yep, resolves. They swing in for 4. Down to 16. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw a card. Whisper. So this is kind of a way to bring back our Teshars as well. I'm not sure that's the best thing to be doing, though, with our manas. So let's go ahead and play Bishop of Binding. Get the Elemental out. Bring down our Cleric. And then we'll go attacking. Let's hope they miss the first strike ability there. They may actually want him in the graveyard, but then our Remorseful Cleric or the Spirit will help out maybe a bit. There are ways that we win this game. Not very great ones. I'm thinking this deck seems to be kind of a budget-friendly deck, so I'm hoping... Oh, man. That's not good. Alright, so resolve. Kill everything, but they get back a 4/4. Alrighty. This is a very interesting deck. Alright, Serra Disciple's not too shabby. I guess it's not that great either. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw. Alright, Metallic Mimic makes it a lot better. So Metallic Mimic on Cleric. And let's go ahead and play down the Serra Disciple. Let's see here. This one will be a 3/3. We already know they have something that does 2 damage to everything. So let's go ahead and get value on something that can at least survive past the turn. And so we also are representing more damage than they will be doing to us. So that's good as well. Alright, Patient Rebuilding. What is this deck? Just control, mix with stuff, I guess. If they swing in... Alright, Radiant Destiny is not bad at all. So we will go Radiant Destiny on Cleric. And I should have drawn a card first. Yep, submit. Alright, land. I'm not going to play this one. Let's go Serra Disciple. And go to combat and attack in for 7. And pass the turn. And so next turn, let's see, we could, with Sheffet Dunes, we may, I think do we have lethal? So resolve. Didn't get any lands, but did get some, or Settle the Wreckage. They've got to be holding on to some sort of removal here. Alright, opponent. They're trying to decide what to kill, I think, here. We do have the response here. So, I mean, like, we can sacrifice and bring something back. But I'm not sure that'll necessarily beat any kind of board wipe, of course, because it comes out before. Alright, so Eviscerate, destroys creature. Yep, that's fine. Alright, they're swinging in. Interesting. Yep, so no blockers. Pass to my turn, and another Serra Disciple isn't too shabby at all. So we can play Serra Disciple. See if they have another Essence Scatter. They have a Cancel. Alright, so we have a 2-turn clock regardless here, so let's just go ahead and swing in. Not worrying about the Chef at Dunes right now. And then I guess that actually probably was the bad play because now they can actually block. If we had done it, then they would be down to 3. They'd have to have a creature or removal spell to survive. So I guess a punt there on my part. Opponent is able to draw some cards off of that one. Good job, opponent. If near Deadlands would not have been too shabby for us there. Alright, opponent. What you doing? What you doing? Playing a swamp. Swampy. And Fell Spectre. What the crud? What is this deck? Alright, we discard a card. Lose some life. And they don't swing in. Alright, so then Remorseful Cleric comes down. A 4/3 flyer. So what we could do is we could use Chef at Dune, swing all in, and keep at least 2 creatures on the battlefield and wipe out their board. Or, I mean, yeah, so I mean, maybe not wipe it completely, but I think I'm willing to risk it here to progress it. So let's go ahead and go for it. Opponent already knows we're empty-handed, so let's go ahead and attack in. So the best choice for them, of course, is Air Elemental to block the Mimic, and then probably just not blocking with the Fell Spectre. And the nice thing is that we do have Vigilance, so my Serra Disciple, well, I guess it loses 4/4 later, but yep, so they block there. Take 4 damage. Yep, go to damage. Those guys will trade. Yep, that resolves. That doesn't count as discarding a card. I'm wondering if they're playing like Torment of Scarabs as well or something like that. They were able to draw a card, so I mean, they are still drawing stuff. They have some outs, possibly. The Eldest Reborn comes down. We have to sacrifice a creature. Alright, so we will let this resolve. So I think that, I mean, I guess Serra Disciple, even though it has first strike, I don't think it'll matter at this moment based off what we've seen of their deck. Land is not good at all, so we go to combat, we swing in. Yep, they block. Alright, and so we are going to go ahead and play the plains past the turn. And so we have basically one turn to either start drawing into something good or to survive here, and we still have a chance at the game. Alright, islands. So I'm glad that they're drawing lands. That's helpful. And a Nicol Bolas. Alright, that's a whole lot of not good. Yep. And they actually can use his ability soon, so go to my turn. We need to cast out. They're going to be getting back stuff next turn. So I think our best way to go is just to go swinging in here, um, so that they don't actually have a nicol bolas and everything else. So I think trading there is our best play. Yep, damage. Actually, they get it back anyway. So, oh man. Opponent's going to be at 1 life, and we're not going to be able to close this out. That's frustrating. They've been drawing a lot of cards off the Patient Rebuilding. Whatever this deck is, all the craziness they're doing, it's actually working out for them. I think I've made a couple of misplays here and there too, specifically the Chef at Dunes play. But overall, I mean, they're looking for hopefully they know they can just bring back a nicol bolas. I mean, if they want to go for my Teshar, go for it. Alrighty. So whenever you are using the Eldest Reborn, there pops up a little thing where it's like you can choose. It starts out in your opponent's graveyard. I think they do that just to show that you can. But then it's like kind of a weird button you have to see in the top left corner to switch to your graveyard. All right, so they did figure it out. But I've seen some people miss that. I've almost missed it in the past. Anyway. All right, is land. Yep, they're going to go ahead and create big ol' Nikki B. And I'm trying to think if we have anything that with haste. They can draw 2 cards here. Or they can just bring back a creature for protection. Yeah, I think that we'll draw maybe 1 or 2 turns here. All right, yep, land doesn't do it at all. So I think that we just have to concede here. This is the kind of moment that I think it is a good time to concede, especially when an opponent's playing slow. All right, yeah, that was a bummer. Bummer. All right, so there you guys have it with Teshar's Clerics, and we had a pretty good game 1, and then the other games, I feel like we played fairly well, and you kind of see the weaknesses of the deck, and it's just that we're playing, we're playing not the greatest cards as well in this, and so if you don't draw into our great synergies that go with them, it's kind of painful. And so I never know if you should put more priority into Radiant Destiny, because it is a 3-mana do nothing. Like, it doesn't improve the board state unless you already have a board. So I don't necessarily think it's a great turn 3 play, especially because we don't have any turn 1 clerics really in here. So I'm not positive. I think that it's more of something you play turn 4, turn 5 if you don't have a Teshar or anything like that. So anyway, overall, I think the deck has some potential, though I wouldn't say it has a lot. And I do believe that this one is okay. Besides Metallic Mimics, I think it's rotation proof. So I mean that's cool. I think Rite of Belzenlok makes it really fun, but I do think that losing Metallic Mimics is a really big painful thing there for that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Oh man, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm out, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.